Thank you all for coming. It's great to be here and great to meet you all. Again, I'm Timothy Benherter-Thomas, General Manager of Cooperative Energy Futures. We're a community energy cooperative. And I wanted to just share with you today a little bit about our business model and what's been happening here in Mankato and surrounding areas around this. So, over there, don't I? Just to highlight kind of the challenge or problem that our business is trying to solve. Number one, most households in our communities can't go solar on their own. To pay simultaneously for the new clean energy system and continuing to pay off the existing system, which is right now increasing ratepayer costs. We've pursued a specific approach to this, which is one of many solutions, but as a cooperative, we see community solar gardens as an incredible opportunity for households to cut their energy costs by participating in clean energy. We've been able to demonstrate this, very accessible model. I'll take a moment to show how it works. We can also develop these projects very rapidly. This is one of the fastest growing sectors in Minnesota in terms of energy development, and I'll show you in a bit how quickly this is growing. And it doesn't really require new requirements on utilities to get clean energy going. It's just based on demand from individual people and businesses in communities who want to be participating in this type of energy. Here we go. And then finally, I want to emphasize this can make clean energy accessible to all. A lot of what we have found through our experience is that it doesn't happen automatically. It takes innovation. We believe the cooperative model is a huge piece of this to really translate that possibility into reality. So how does it work? A community solar garden is basically a three-way relationship. A facility manager such as ourselves, a clean energy co-op, is developing a solar project. This could be on a large commercial building, could be on an open field, delivering that electricity to the utility. In Minnesota right now, Xcel Energy is the only utility that is required to run this program. There are some other community solar gardens that are voluntarily being run by other utilities. That utility then has to deliver bill credits on the utility bill to customers who decide to participate. So you're effectively getting paid by the utility for the energy you're generating from your portion of the array, and that offsets the cost of the energy that you use. And then there's a subscription agreement between subscribers and the facility manager, in our case, Cooperative Energy Futures, a member-owned clean energy co-op, to compensate for that benefit that they're getting on the utility bill. Now, this could be an upfront investment, and there are a few of our subscribers who do that, but the vast majority of people who participate in this model are not paying anything upfront. It's just month by month they're paying for the energy produced by the array at a rate that is lower than what the utility pays them. I'll just try and say that again because I think it takes a lot of time. It takes a moment for that to sink in for folks. We are inviting people in communities across Minnesota to subscribe to cooperatively owned clean energy projects. They don't have to pay for it up front. Every month, they get a reduction on their utility bill. Let's say their reduction on their utility bill is $100. They pay the co-op $92 or thereabouts. So they're getting an immediate savings for participating in solar energy, and they don't have to invest in it up front. We think this is really a game changer in terms of how people think about clean energy and in terms of how people can participate. Community solar has been growing very rapidly. This is a diagram of solar development in the state of Minnesota over the past several years. That kind of dark color right along the bottom is all of the solar installed on individual homes and businesses all throughout the state. You can see it's a very small wedge of the total. The light gray on top is utility owned and the yellow is community solar. So you can see that this has really transformed the solar industry in Minnesota. You're probably aware of projects going up all around Mankato and surrounding areas. This is happening quite quickly. The thing I wanted to emphasize here is that 90% of what we're calling community solar in the state is subscribing commercial and institutional customers. It's not serving individual residents. That has created a lot of concerns at the state level around equity in terms of who is getting the benefit of this program. And as a cooperative, a big piece of what we have tried to resolve is how do we actually create access for residents, particularly residents who don't qualify for many other developers' programs because many other developers are using credit scores or income requirements to determine who can be a part of it. We believe that clean energy should be available to everyone in our community, and that's really the way we go about this as a co-op. So I wanted to just take you through a couple examples of what this looks like. We are a clean energy co-op. We're a member-owned business. All of our subscribers are member owners of the co-op. We believe that people should not only be able to participate in the subscription flow, but as these projects generate profit, that should be distributed to people in communities, just like an agricultural co-op or other cooperative organizations that you may be familiar with in this area. We develop these projects in partnership with communities. So this is the first project that we developed actually in North Minneapolis with a lot of people from that community, hosted on the roof of a church. Project that we developed in the city of Edina in collaboration with community groups across that area. This is just what that looks like integrated into the local landscape on an urban rooftop in a rural area. This is another one of our rural projects actually quite near here. This is a project we did in downtown Minneapolis that is serving people in that community as a canopy over parking garage. So in each of these cases, solar is integrated into the local landscape based on where it fits for the people in the community who want to see this project happen. We're inviting people in that community to come together, envision. We support through financing, construction, setting up all of the business relationships to make these projects work, and then supporting people through their subscription over the 25-year life of the project. We do have 8 of these across the state. The one that's really close to here is in Waseca County, right outside of Janesville. We have, it's at this point, about 85% subscribed. A lot of the subscribers are from here in Mankato and the surrounding area. There's a rule that you have to be in the same or adjacent county as the project in order to subscribe. We're really excited about how much interest there has been in Mankato and in surrounding areas in this model. We've also heard that, especially in the early years of community solar, there was a lot of door-to-door sales happening for community solar that wasn't necessarily being explained very well, or people weren't being adequately supported in understanding what this opportunity means. And it's been definitely an interesting challenge to help people really understand what that means and also build trust after some of those earlier companies that came through created, in some cases, not so great an experience. Really briefly wanted to cover opportunities. I know that there'll be opportunity to talk more about this when we get into the discussion, but things that we are having challenges with. Number one is securing sites, finding good locations. A lot of the interplay here is good land that is not prime agricultural land, isn't already slated for some other use, but also is connected to power lines in the right locations that fit for Excel. Working with local landowners. We also really like to do these, as you've seen, on rooftops, so potentially large commercial building owners in the city, in places where people naturally see the system come together, are one of the things that we're really looking for more community partners and help in finding. Again, that's either commercial rooftops over about 100,000 square feet or open land. There's some policy issues that we're wrestling with right now in terms of how future projects will be compensated by the utility. We're having some really positive discussions with state senators all across the state, and actually Senator Rosen in this area is one of the kind of key decision makers in that. So conversations there are very helpful. And then community partnerships with groups in the local area who want to be part of new projects. As I mentioned, we're also a co-op. We do invite people across the state to become member owners, and also if they're interested to invest in the co-op. So we also have capital opportunities that are opportunity to invest. That is all that I have. I do have my contact information and happy to move into questions and discussion.